You're in the middle of a conversation, perhaps setting a boundary or stating a simple fact, when the other person interrupts you without saying a word. They let out a loud, heavy sigh, roll their eyes, and look away as if your words are completely meritless. This is the eye roll dismissal. In psychological terms, it is a calculated nonverbal weapon designed to diminish your value and signal that your thoughts do not matter. A manipulator uses this specifically to make you feel insecure. They want you to become defensive or start over-explaining yourself in a desperate attempt to win back their validation. To counter this, you need a precise behavioral response. This is called the walk-away effect. By mastering this specific protocol, you can stop the manipulation in its tracks and shift the power dynamic in the room without having to raise your voice. Your first task is to identify the trigger the moment it happens. Watch for the specific nonverbal cue, the eye roll, or the look away combined with a sharp, condescending sigh. This requires total emotional control. You must recognize the gesture as a tactical attempt to provoke you rather than a natural part of the conversation. Most people fall into the first failure trap, reacting with anger. They snap back or demand to know why the person is looking at them like that. This diagram illustrates the problem. Reacting with anger proves their gesture triggered your emotions, giving them control. The second failure point, ignoring the gesture and finishing your sentence. Pushing through teaches them they can disrespect you and you'll stay. Since these standard reactions only reward the manipulator, you must employ a systematic circuit breaker to stop the game entirely. The process begins the millisecond you see the eye roll. You stop speaking immediately. This must be a hard cut. You do not finish the sentence or even the specific word you are saying. This sudden silence instantly changes the room's atmosphere, forcing them to realize the conversation has stalled. Next, look the person directly in the eyes and hold that gaze for exactly 1 second. Your expression must remain completely neutral, calm, cold, and unbothered. Do not furrow your brows or show any visible signs of frustration or hurt. This combination of an abrupt halt and a neutral stare signals that you are fully aware of the attempt to diminish you, yet remain completely unaffected by it. After that 1 second stare, execute the exit. Break eye contact, stand up, and physically leave the room or the venue. The critical rule for this sequence is total silence. Do not say goodbye and do not give a reason for your departure. Avoid the final failure trap, stopping at the door to explain why you are walking away. Explaining yourself is an act of seeking approval. It signals that you are still emotionally tethered to their reaction. The physical removal of your presence enforces a boundary in a way verbal arguments rarely achieve. In the immediate aftermath, the person who rolled their eyes is left sitting alone in a heavy, uncomfortable silence. Because they relied on your need for their approval to keep you in the chair, your sudden exit creates an immediate vacuum in their ego. They are forced to confront the fact that their attempt to control the dynamic has resulted in them losing your presence entirely. When a manipulator realizes their primary tool of provocation has failed, they reach out to test if they can regain the influence they once had. By walking away, you demonstrate that your presence is a choice. Choosing not to stay where you are merely tolerated is how you set the standard for how others must treat you.